welcome back to my channel. Today I'm carrying on my Disney series and doing my top 10 things to do in Hollywood studios. Following on from my last top 10 things to do video, which was Magic Kingdom, I also have an honourable mention again, and this time is Toy Story Midway Mania. Now, I have never done this ride before, and that is not for lack of me wanting to do it, it's just because this ride is so dang popular. Like, literally is crazy popular. With the old fast passes, you could be in the park at about 10:30, 11, and the fast pass would be for 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock at night. It's such a popular ride. It looks amazing, so that's definitely one to check out. However, you would need to fast pass it if you can get a fast pass, or you'll have to wait in about a 3-hour queue, which isn't exactly ideal. So let's go into the top 10. Now, number 10 is a bit of a cheat, but that's ROCKIN Roller Coaster or Tower of Terror. Now, this is another thing, I've never done either of them. As I said in my Magic Kingdom video, I wasn't a big rides person until last time I went, which is summer 2014. And because of that, I didn't really prioritise in my list of rides that I wanted to try out Tower of Terror, ROCKIN Roller Coaster. However, if you do like rides, if you like thrill rides, if you like roller coasters, there are definitely two that you must check out in Hollywood studios. Number 9 on my Hollywood Studios must-dos is a restaurant, and it's SCI-FI Diner. It's so cool. I was determined to go here last time we went. I think it's along from Star Tours, if I remember correctly, which I'll talk about later. But it's, as it suggests, it's a diner to do with sci-fi. It's themed around about 50s, where you used to have drive-in diners, drive-in movies, and you walk in and you are at a drive-in movie theatre. The cars are your table, you sit in a car, and on the screen is old sci-fi films from like the 30s, 40s and 50s, which now are just absolutely hilarious, and they are so funny. Because back then they must have been really cutting edge, some of them probably quite terrifying, and now it's like, lol, that's hilarious. But it's such a fun restaurant. You sit in the car, you get served in the car, you watch the films. They're on about half an hour loop, so if you're there longer then you probably will see the same ones again. But it's really cool. The food is pretty standard, burgers, milkshakes, fries, that sort of thing. It's sort of the two going hand in hand. The food isn't incredible, but it's not terrible. But pair that with the experience, and it is one of my top 10 must-dos. Number 8 is a show, and that is the Lights Motors Action Show. This is sort of at the back of Hollywood Studios, in the opposite direction from Tower of Terror and FANTASMIC. It's sort of at the back from the Streets of America, and it's a massive extreme stunt show, cars and motorbikes, and it's just so cool. We didn't see it last time, but the 2 times I've been before that we saw it. It's so fun. If you've got people in your party that might be interested in that, go. If you've never seen it before, I can't recommend it enough. You may think, oh, if you've only got girls they won't be interested, but it's just so cool, all the tricks they managed to do. They give you a bit behind the scenes look into different things, and it's just really fun. Number 7 on my top 10 things to do in Hollywood Studios is another restaurant, and that is MELROSE. Hollywood Studios has some amazing restaurants, sit down table service restaurants, and one of those is my number 7 top 10 things to do, and that's MELROSE restaurant. This is a really cool sort of American Italian mixed restaurant, pizza, pasta, that sort of thing. The food is great. You can also get this as part of FANTASMIC dining package, which means that you get a set meal, you get like a set menu and you pick off it, and then you also get priority and really good view seating in FANTASMIC. But the food in MELROSE is amazing anyway. It's near Pizza Planet and the Muppets 3D, and it's just great. I can't recommend it enough as a restaurant for Hollywood Studios. Number 6 is the Muppets Vision 3D. This is another 3D show. It's really fun, as I said, to do with the Muppets, and you follow Kermit and friends through a few incidents that occur. It's hilarious. I absolutely love it. It's a great one for all the family, and it's just so fun. I cannot recommend going to see Muppet Vision enough. It won't take up much of your time if you maybe got a little bit of time in between your fast passes. but you have to go and see it whilst in Hollywood Studios because it's just so funny. Now we're at the halfway point with my top 5 things that you have to do while you are at Hollywood Studios. So number 5 is One Man's Dream. Now this is something which I haven't heard very many people talk about, but for those people who are Walt Disney fans, who aren't just fans of Disney Pixar, that love Walt Disney, love the company, love what they do and what they stand for and their craftsmanship and just everything about it. For people like me who are just obsessed, One Man's Dream is for you. You walk in and you are brought into this room. Well, it's like a corridor and a room full of Disney memorabilia, from the start of Walt Disney's life, his school desk, to when he created Oswald, to when Mickey was created, to stuff to do with Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, just following through. And then in the main room part of it, there is models of all the Disney parks around the world, and just lots of different Disney memorabilia, posters, quotes, just everything. And that part of it is used as kind of like a holding area. And then you go into like a theatre and you sit down, and there's about 15-20 minute show all about Walt Disney, all about his life, how he got to where he was, his ups, his downs, his challenges, how he failed, the stuff that went completely wrong, and how he went from just a man to the Walt Disney that we all know. And it tells you the story of how it all started with a mouse. And yeah, it's beautiful. It's so great. It's really inspiring, like really inspirational, just hearing about his life, hearing about how he went from such catastrophic lows, don't know what's going on with my computer, from such catastrophic lows to such amazing highs, to the things that he created. So if you are a Disney fan, if that sounds like your sort of thing, I would recommend it to anyone, but especially if you are a Walt Disney fan, if you are someone that is interested in the company and where it all began and not just Disney films, then it's definitely one for you. Number 4 on my top 10 things to do in Hollywood Studios is the Beauty and the Beast show. I saw this, I think for the second time when we went in the summer. We saw it the first time we went when I was about 4, however I don't remember that. But it is so fun. Like, it's Beauty and the Beast, it's all the songs, it's just, Beauty and the Beast the musical. Does what it says on the tin. It's done so well, it's so beautiful. My one thing I have to say about this is they were originally changing it to Tangled. I thought that they were doing that this summer. Not this summer, last summer, summer 2014. At the end of summer 2014 had been the rumour. But they haven't done it yet. It's still Beauty and the Beast, so potentially it might not change. But if it is Tangled, then I don't doubt that it would still be amazing, because it's Disney and they never do anything half-assed. But if you're looking to make plans when you go, if you are going, then and it's still Beauty and the Beast, then you have to see it because it's just so good. Number 3 on my must-dos for Hollywood Studios is Star Tours. I love this ride. Any Star Wars lover will adore this. It's a simulator ride where it's kind of hard to explain because there are 30, I think, if I remember correctly, there are 30 different versions of this ride. Simulator, you get in, and on some of them you have a member of the rebellion on your crew. Some of them, it varies vastly. Different storylines, which I think is really cool because it means that every time you go on the ride you'll have a different story, a different experience. But it's just so fun, and it leads into a massive Star Wars shot, like it's absolutely massive, and it's just such a fun ride. I love it. So my number 2 on my top 10 must-dos, things to do in Hollywood Studios, it's probably one that some people are like, Holly, what are you on about? That a lot of people underplay on. It just isn't something that's often glorified, but I love, and that is the Great Movie Ride. And they have just removed the Sorcerer's Hat from Hollywood Studios. Anyway, I'm sad about that, but that's for another video. And the Great Movie Ride is held in the Chinese Theatre, which is now what you see as soon as you walk into the parks, is at the top of I don't know what it's called, I guess, the main streety bit of Hollywood Studios. It's such a cool ride. As you are walking through the queue, there is different memorabilia, different props, different costumes, and various different Disney films, but also films in general. And the ride it's an interactive experience. You have a cast member on board. There's 2 different versions of this as well. And you just go through and experience some of Hollywood's greatest films. So now we are on to my top thing that you must do in Disney's Hollywood Studios. Have you guessed what it is? And it is FANTASMIC. This show. It's a show, a fireworks show, a projection show, acting, characters, all in one. Big mesh together to create the beauty that is FANTASMIC. I love it. The soundtrack, this is amazing as well. I listened to the soundtrack of FANTASMIC when I was doing my final project, and it was amazing, but that's beside the point. But FANTASMIC is held in an outdoor open-air amphitheatre. One backside of Hollywood Studios, it's next to Tara, well, the entrance to the theatre is anyway. It tells the story of Mickey as he saves Walt Disney World, the parks and the world in general from the sorcery and evil of some of Disney's greatest villains. So fun, so beautiful, such a cool show. And as I mentioned earlier, you can get dining packages for this, so that you get a meal plus you get they say priority seating. All of the seating in FANTASMIC is amazing. But yeah, you can get that package. Otherwise, you can fast pass it. There is fast pass seating. If not, you will just queue up. And in my opinion, that isn't a bad seat for FANTASMIC. You will get a great view from anywhere, but the middle seats will give you the most rounded view, as you will probably get the best view of everything that's going on, because there is a lot going on in FANTASMIC, but it is just incredible, and you can't miss it. You cannot not do FANTASMIC. It's so good. It's far too good to miss. So there we have it, friends, my top 10 things to do in Hollywood Studios. Whether you've been a million times or this is your first, those are the things which I think you have to do on your trip. If you have any requests of these sort of videos, or anything at all to do with Walt Disney World, let me know in the comments, and I will be sure to try and make those for you guys, as I am loving researching and writing and getting all this stuff together for these Disney videos. It's a lot of fun. So I would welcome any recommendations that you guys have, or any requests that you guys have for videos. Remember to like and subscribe if you did enjoy this, and comment if you want to see anything, or you just have, if you have any comments about anything that I've said, whether you agree with me, whether you think that I've missed something, whether you think something should have been higher. Let me know, write it down, let others see, have a chat in the comments. And again, remember to like and subscribe if you did enjoy this, and I shall see you soon, guys. Bye.